Hey, how's it going everyone? Teysind here, and today I wanted to talk about, do you use strategy guides or walkthroughs, etc. I want to talk about this for a while because I've mentioned it briefly in previous videos when I've shown certain strategy guides I've picked up, etc. So I thought let's go deeper into it and sort of see what you guys do as well. So for me, I've mentioned this before, growing up, I loved going through strategy guides. The moment I go strategy guide, I will go straight through and look at everything. Spoilers intended, when I would go through them, I just didn't care. I just wanted to see all the monsters, and all the side quests, everything. I think, actually, no, maybe the only things I stayed away from in strategy guides, even from a child, was the final chapter or section of the game. So the final boss. So actually, I would keep that a mystery, but everything else I sort of knew the path right up until there, and I love that. I think what I love most about strategy guides was looking at the artwork, etc., and just having something physical that's tangible you can look through. And then I remember sites coming out like Cheat Planet. I remember back, it's going a while back now. I don't know if that's still around. Game FAQ or Game Facts, etc. And I love going through them because strategy guides aren't cheap. At least they weren't back then. I'd probably say they're not that cheap back now, right now. So I would go into Game Facts and look at walkthroughs and stuff and getting items, finding stuff. I remember Final Fantasy VIII, like all the side quests with the card game. Oh, what's the card game? Triple Triad. I love that. That's one of my favorite sort of mini games in any video game. And I would look at where the cards were and stuff like that. However, as I've gotten older, the way I interact with walkthrough strategy guides has changed. I guess another thing I could say now is to also go look at sort of tutorial videos on YouTube, because it essentially is a new sort of area now of walkthrough strategy guides, actually video tutorials on how to find things, where things are, stuff like that. But in terms of now, I don't go through strategy guides at all whatsoever until I've at least been in the game and I've exhausted everything I feel I can in the game through my own playthrough. What I mean is I go through finding everything after being in the game that I can. Once I get to a point where I feel like I can't find anything more, I essentially don't really know anymore if I've found everything or if there are other things, and it's just things that maybe I wouldn't think of, or I've just certain things at certain times. So then I like to go back through a strategy guide. Also, I've gone through the story, so there's no essential spoilers anymore and stuff like that. And I may already know about things, but I don't know the best way to handle them. For example, secret bosses. I may have already discovered secret bosses, but I just can't beat them. So walkthroughs, strategy guides, I love that I can essentially maybe sort of fine tune how I might fight them and then go and beat them. Maybe finding easier ways to get the best weapons and stuff like that. It takes a lot for me to get to that stage. Like, I really need to play a lot of a game. Take Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, for example. I think I got to about 80. I spent about 80 something hours on it. I beat the game maybe around the 60, 70 hour mark, and I think 60 hours, and I kept going for another 25 hours until I then felt comfortable to go on YouTube and look at tutorials on beating some of the secret bosses and stuff, like the Organization 13, data replicants, stuff like that, the Lingering Will. I did try and do all those things by myself, some with great success, others took a while to get, and then there were some that I just couldn't beat, for example, without the help of assistance. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, and also let me know not just how you use these, but is there one that you go to first? I like to say nowadays, I still get strategy guides because I like to collect them, I like to have them. They're a good piece to have as a companion to a game, especially I know strategy guides tend to become a bit difficult to find at times. Sometimes they only have one print, like with the Final Fantasy 15 strategy guide, the Xenoblade Chronicles X strategy guide. Also now they've got these collector's edition that have extra sort of story and concepts and development stuff coming out. I know The Last Guardian has, it's sort of like a hybrid walkthrough slash going through the development of the game. So that's something I'm getting to. But again, I would generally go to now Game FAQs for finding like a list of items, and that's when I really want to do like 100% completionist style sort of playthrough. Something like Final Fantasy 7, going back through that game for the second time. That's another thing. Playing a game on the second time through, and then I'm happy to go through these things. But in terms of YouTube, I love to go through YouTube when it comes to fighting secret bosses. Trying to do like something that is really difficult and you need to sort of visually see it, or at least to have the best understanding of how to go and replicate that, or learn to do that in the best, in a way that you can actually complete that task. So yeah, anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Stay tuned for my next video after this. I'll actually be showing you all through my complete collection of strategy guides, going right back to when I was a child. This is going right back to, the Game Boy Color, Nintendo 64, all the way up until current gen. So stay tuned for that, everyone. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sharing and subscribing. And until next video, stay spot on.